to the den and this unboxing of Perseverance Castaway Chronicles. Just come through from delivery from Kickstarter, episodes 1 and 2 from Mind Clash Games. Now this is the deluxe edition that I've got in front of me, and I went for the painted minis, the washed minis as it were. So this, to my mind, was the top of what you could get. So I don't anticipate that the boxing will be anything different, but here it is, just arrived here today in the UK, and weighing in probably what, 7-8 kilos. It's a fair old weighty box. To be honest with you, I have cheated a little bit. This does have a cellophane cover to it where we have a sort of check sheet of the items attached, but I wanted to have a look inside the box and everything. But we're going to talk very quickly before we switch around and have a look at the contents of the box, for which there is a lot, by the way. There's a huge amount. Let's have a look at the packaging that this came in, and I am so impressed with the packaging. Firstly, the game itself will come in this inner box, which has a couple of fillers, top and bottom. This is double corrugated, so this by itself will take a huge amount of knocks, and I've had games from Kickstarter, as we all have, with far less protection to, especially some of the other ones, and I think Kingdom Death Monster is one particular one, considering the size, weight of the game, and that's some flimsy polystyrene and stuff. Anyway, let's move on. So that's the inner box. That box, of course, went inside the outer box. The outer box, once again, double corrugated, absolutely fantastic, but also there was additional packing of this mulch, paper mulch, that because this box is just slightly wider than required, and they backfilled that and filled it at the bottom. So from a protection point, absolutely amazing, really, from Panda there. I mean, like I say, I have never had anything sent to me that wasn't as packed as well as this, so that's really impressive on there. So that's the outer packaging, and to any event, there's no damage anyway. There is absolutely nothing on this box anyway, so even on its journey it didn't suffer any. Okay, so like I say, I've already cracked this open, but not opened up all the parts. A lot of content to go through. Let's switch the camera around and then go through what we've got inside the box. Alright, let's get on with it. So let's go. The box itself is following along. I mean, it's a big box. This is a very big box. There's a lot of material in here. When you take the cellophane off, I mean, there was this check sheet off. Like I say, I've got the deluxe edition. This is all comes with the washed minis as well, so I went sort of all in. So everything that's on there, so that's your like little list of bits and pieces. I'm sure that'll vary for each one. The box itself is that sort of extra height box that you're starting to see in Terraforming Mars and Descent 2, sorry. So there, once again, really nice looking, no damage whatsoever. You know, we've been through the packaging. So let's get the lid off the top of that. First thing, of course, is the strength of the box. This is a substantial box. This is just one of those things, again, that you can find where you just get very flimsy boxes. I mean, this is, you know, it's really nice. I mean, it is carrying some weight, yeah, so we're going to have to look at that, so that's really good. So first off the top of the set, we've got, let's make sure we can all get to see that, we've got some baggies in there. With this, the all-in, this will be the Kickstarter dice tray, so there's a neoprene clipped together dice tray. Have I played with this before? Oh, it's two-sided as well. So, two-sided dice tray, here we go, that's quite nice, isn't it? Just clips together like that, I'm assuming, and there we are, yeah. And it's got two sides, so you can vary your dice tray, which is nice. Then we've got a pack of items here, so we'll just crack that open. Let me get my knife out again. Don't try this at home, children. I will do that at one side. I don't want to promote the use of Stanley knives or anything, so let's just pop that open there. And I haven't played any of this game, or sorry, obviously I've not played it. I haven't been on to look at the rule book or any of that business, so I haven't, you know, some of the components in here will be all brand new to me. Once this new strange, so we've got Perseverance Castaway Chronicles, Memories. There's a booklet there which clearly has backstory in. That's nice, isn't it? That's nice. First time I met Mr. Muffles. I'm sure as we play the game, Mr. Muffles will be somebody that I need to meet. Who knows? Mr. Muffles. Then we've got clearly some more sort of player boards, solo assembly, Dino Attack. So these are stack cards. I would think that this may be additionality things. Like I say, until I play the game, we won't know. Some dials too, some sort of health dials I would imagine here, with some standees. When I see packs like this, we tend to be add-ons. So yeah, some nice. I've seen thicker cardboard. I'm not saying that these aren't functional, but I have, especially for dials and things and standees. You know, it's all right. But yeah. Okay, so some manuals here on how to stack your trays. That's nice, isn't it? That, you know, they've gone to the extent where they've given you an actual map of how to put everything back in. There's nothing worse than pulling it all out. And I have got some games where, quite honestly, I've never been able to get back in the box. So each layer, there's a diagram for how everything goes back in. That's a nice little touch. Very nice. Then we've got Chronicle Expansion Rulebook. So warning, play after episodes 1 and 2. So there's some expansion material going on there. There's the rulebook itself. Let's have a look at that. There's a lot going on. I'll be going online and having a look at the online videos. That's if this set, once I've done this, doesn't meet its end, along with a billion other Kickstarters I've got, and never gets played. But I don't think I'm the only one. So rulebook warning, play after episode 1, so clearly identified. Obviously checking out FAQs, warning, solo rulebook, play after episodes 1 and 2. Alright. Okay. Does that mean I have to play episodes 1 and 2 before I can play solo? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, very nice. Nicely produced. Not tiny writing, so look good. I'm sure the FAQs will follow on saying this is wrong, that's wrong. I don't know. Okay, so let's get to the content. So on the top here I can see straight away there's 4 trays. And let's have a look. This tray has some, obviously, dials, not dials, but you know, the coloured things that will clip minis in, I would have thought. And those are the jelly bellies. Let's have a quick look on here. So you get in this deluxe component, you get 30 squishy glowberry resources. There we go. There's my 30 squishy. So that's because I've got deluxe. So I'm quite impressed with these trays actually. I have pulled out some of these sort of vacuum formed trays, and you can quite see that after a couple of plays they start splitting, but these look quite substantial, so I think we've got a bit of life in them, which is nice. These will be barricades, so these will be parts, all the items that you'll be getting to do with the settlements and things, I would have thought, just basically off my basic knowledge of all this. Once again, another tray there. There are a lot of blanks, obviously, so I'm assuming as we go down through the box, the infill will be on there. Like I said, there is a list. So once again, more clippings for your minis and more barricades. These have all been slightly washed. I paid extra for the washing. I think it was around about, I remember it was like £25–30 for the wash, And is the wash evident on there? Well, I don't think you'll be able to see it too well. Yes, it is on these. Yeah, you can see that they have had a light wash. I would have preferred a slightly stronger wash, to be honest with you. I do think that seems to have been more distinct on the green there. Yeah, they bring out a bit of detail. But let's get to the main minis. But yeah, they had a little bit of contrast. So that's that. Okay, there's now a paper spacer before we get to our next level. Oh, minis. So, dinosaurs. Dinosaurs, dinosaurs, dinosaurs. Let's have a look on here. Got a bit of tape there. Don't do this at home, children. Let's crack open that and that. And this is my first pack of dinosaurs, once again. That's quite nice quality, so the vacuum forming on that's pretty good. And I didn't have to yank it off either, which is always another. So let's have a look. I don't know the name of the dinosaurs, but that's my first one out. This is had a wash on it. Yes, actually. I'll do some picture close-ups, but I'm quite proud. Some lovely detail on the models. Really are very detailed, very nice. Yeah, I'm impressed with those. Then we've got soldiers, is it? I think we've got soldiers in here. They look a bit more like. I can get the packet open, drag one out. And these are soldiers which have clearly got a bit of a wash. And yeah, the wash has worked a lot better on those, I would say. I don't think you can see those. Well, like I say, I'll put some pictures on as a montage of some of them. So if you get in the wash, yeah, they've worked well on them. It's quite nice. Then we've got the darker elements, which are some sort of warriors or something. Yeah, so let's have a quick pull out of one of those. We don't know what like I say, I don't know what the characters are. I haven't played the game. Yeah, so these are the darker models. Obviously, form some sort of faction, or yeah, you can detect the wash on that. So yeah, I'm impressed with them. Let's dump those over there. Once again, another tray of dinosaurs. Again, the wash is not so evident on those, I'll be honest. But they are quite subtle, so you would definitely know that they hadn't been washed. So I think I'm probably going to warm better to them. Yeah. Although, so there's that first layer. So that's our second layer. Once again, we go on to a spacer, which we're going to put over there. I'm going to run out of space in it. And let's lift the first tray out. And these are clearly player boards in there, which are recessed in. So we have some player boards there which are double-sided for probably stats reasons on there. Yeah, they do feel a little thin, I'll be honest with you, but I've perhaps just been spoilt on some things I've had, but they're nice. You know, colours are nice, details nice. Yeah. Go with that. Alright, let's put those back in there. And what else is in here? So we've got some more heroes in there. We've got some clips for the dials and things. We've then got some of the cubes, the obligatory stack cubes in a number of baggies. So quite a few oddments in there. And I'm sure that booklet that we pointed to before will indicate where everything's going. The other bag is once again more plastic standee parts I can see there. I think that might be a first player token. I can't remember if that was actually a Kickstarter exclusive. Some of the Kickstarter exclusives, quite a few things. So, oh, and the other item here, which is predominantly for the deluxe version, was a painted temple. So it had a painted temple, which is there. That's a heavy resin temple, multicoloured. So somebody's gone a bit mad there with the colouring, which does the job, doesn't it? But that's a resin temple. Once again, I'll put some close-up pictures up. Does the job. Looks like that. And those would be, I would imagine, my heroes at the top, or my main players. There's 4 of them there. I can't remember if under Kickstarter there was some additionality to that. We've got some more tokens here, more standees. So we've got all coloured standees here, which will be probably relevant to factions, and some more wash minis on the hero side, which look okay actually. Yeah. You know, I've gone past the point where I'm ever going to sort of paint all these anyway. These big sets. I keep my painting now limited to specific things. I think the last time I tried to paint everything was the first versions of Zombicide, and that near killed me. Once again, another spacer there, so we'll pull out the next tray, and it just goes on and on. Oh, this feels heavy. So we've got some sort of player cards here, some stacked cards for the game. Oh, this has got parts in, so let's just push that over there. So we've got some stack cards, turn sequence cards on there, in those bits. I'll crack this one open. Is it taped up? No. They do come off really nice. I can actually see these last ones. So we have some cards there, which will be part of the game. They look quite nice. Let's see if we can just quickly crack these open. Let's pop this open. Typical. Pull that, and then it just snaps off. Come on. Right, don't do this at home, children. There we go. Let's try and get this out of here. Always my case. I don't know what card size these are for sleeving, but certainly those would be sort of like the American mini ones. These would be like the poker size ones, tarot size cards. Yeah, nice stock. Yeah, sort of. Yeah, nice. And looking at the holder, plenty of room for sleeving, so we're not going to be cramming them in when the sleeves are on, which is really nice. There isn't a errata pack here. Please replace 2 copies of Chronicle cards. So there's clearly they got to the some errata pack there, which is to do with this pack of cards, which is the, what they call them, Chronicle cards. All right. Once again, lots of space in the box for doing your sleeving. All important pimping part of playing games. Oh, look at the size of them dice. Wow, those are whoppers, aren't they? I'm not too sure that dice tray would actually thing, but there we are. They're nice. Nice print on. They're good. Yeah, isn't that nice? Well, it saves little diddy ones, isn't it? So they're good little dice there. I'm sure they'll go somewhere, I'm not too sure. Then we come to, oh yeah, even more. Oh no, these are the second. So here's a nice big pack of dice, but these are a size further down. So once again, never played the game, so don't know fully what they all do. But they are colourful, lovely, nice prints. I don't see any issues with the dice at all. No, nice, very clear, very good. Quite nice this. What else have we got in here? So in this deluxe, did I get in the deluxe version? Let me get my check sheet out. Yes, so in the 20 painted metal tracker code tokens of 5 different designs. So some nice little metal tracker tokens. Obviously must be to do with factions. I don't know, never played the game. But there we are. Even more to sort out. That's good. So that's my dicey, so that's tray, that's that tray. I'll pop all that back. Thankfully I've got a nice little diagram to show. And the last tray out of the box, more minis. So here we have a number of soldiers. See, I did know that bit. I'm sure that they are soldiers. And smaller dinos, so little dinos there. Once again, these have been washed. Yeah, I suppose. Quite happy with those washes, yeah. They would have shown, they certainly can tell that they've been washed. And some more dark colours, and so I think these are all the soldiers as well in there. So dinos and soldiers on there. That's good. And last but not least, we have the biggest part, what feels the heaviest part of this is the player mats and punch boards. The end part of the box is super substantial. Look at that. You're not going to have any problems with that. I mean, I know that we suffer from side splitting and things, but that is a really, really quality box. Now I know that in the actual, if you look at the Kickstarter, they showed the box had openings, and they never seemed to change that artwork. Obviously that was ideas that they were having at the time, you know, sort of a fold open tray type system. And here is our maps. Now I'm on the assumption that I think episode 1 is done on one side and episode 2 is done on the other. Artwork's lovely, boards are nice, quality. Yeah, that's very good. Very impressed. Oh, more of the same. So clearly, oh, I don't know. I couldn't tell. Oh, that says 2 to 3 players. And there might be one for a solo. So we've got a 4-player board. There's a little marker down there, if you can see. So that's a 4-player and 3 players. So I'd imagine that this one, maybe, if it's following the same, they look different artwork and things. So that's a 4-player board and 2. Right. So one board must be for, say, episode 1, and one maybe for episode 2. But until I play the game, I won't know. Large, what looks, some beautiful artwork in this. I'm going to have to crack this one open to show you. Don't do this at home, children. Pull that open. This is clearly oh, player boards. There we go. Lovely artwork on the reverse. There's a lovely artwork of the characters. There are 4 characters here, and that might map into the fact that I had 4 heroes on there. Can't remember if we got additional ones in Kickstarter. Yeah, so there's your player board, all your stats and everything, and where you put your little cubes moving things up and down. Yeah, they're nice, aren't they? Yeah, I'm happy with those. Those look. It's one of the things, though, isn't it, with the modern day games we have? We ask for such complexity that, quite frankly, you know, your average dining room table will take probably half a game now. You need, you know, a definite dining room extension. Well, you know, actually you need an extension to your dining room, not just your table. So we have now punch boards. We have a number of push up the tokens and so on, the obligatory tokens. So they do all house in the boxes as the diagram. So we have some map parts, so we've got a punch board there, so just gently touching those, and those coupons actually just come out, which is nice. There's nothing worse. Look at that, they just push out, super easy. Look at that. Oh, I hate it when I get games that I've got to spend. I've almost got to get a sharp knife. Oh, one token's on the move. Get a sharp knife to, or push it through and there's a tear or something. It's so annoying. Not the end of the world, but as gamers we're so pedantic, aren't we? There we go, look at that, just pushed out with my fingers. Absolutely everything just pops out beautifully. So we've got one of them, get rid of this. Don't lose anything, so I've got another big sheet there, so 2, 3 sheets there. A lot of components, hell of a lot of components to this game. And I have to get myself out my little boxes. So that'll be for the dials. So we saw the dial parts before, so lots of different dials for. Those will be for hero dials, these. That's our 4 heroes. Then we come to standees, so dinosaur standees. Once again, I haven't played the game, so I'm not too sure if these standees are represented with the minis. So you could play the standee edition, but clearly we haven't got any. I'd have to check. Once again, they pop out really nicely. Look at that, just comes out of my hand. Don't touch it. But we've got standees there. We've got standees of soldiers. So it may be that we're getting standees. I would have thought we'd get standees and yeah, because look, there's the squishy berries. All the 3D components. The choice is yours. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, which makes sense. many soldiers and soldier boards as well. So yeah, look at all that. I'm not going to bore you by putting it all back in together. Let's just swing the camera around and have a bit of a review of where we're up to. So that's a complete unboxing of everything that you get in there. There is a lot of stuff there, so I'm going to go back in a minute after we've done our little review and get the diagram out, which they very gladly. So let's just get this out again. Expansion book episodes. It's under here somewhere. I'll find it. All right, come back in a second. The unboxing for Perseverance Chronicles, Castaway Chronicles, episodes 1 and 2. There's a lot of stuff here. There really is a lot of stuff, and I'm quite pleased. Actually, just had a quick look at the minis again. I was a bit like that about the extra I paid for the wash, but I see that actually it's worth it. So if you have paid for the extra for the wash, I don't think you'll be too disappointed. The minis look absolutely gorgeous, so that's really good. I can't fault any of the components from what I've seen on there. Everything looks to be top notch. Could the the actual cardboard elements be a little bit thicker? Well, yeah. I mean, they're not flimsy, but they're not sometimes what we see. So they could have perhaps been a little bit more weighty. But I'm just being picky there. The player boards and everything will be nice and functional, so that's just me. The game boards itself, which we saw before, absolutely fantastic. So just to conclude, really nice set, really great components, you know, and the fact that they all pack down back into the boxes. I'm already looking for storage boxes and things, and they've made allowances for the cards to be covered, you know, sleeved, which is good, because many people don't in the design. Outside, you know, the way it arrived, the packaging, everything, you can't fault everything. It is really, really good. The colours are vibrant, the artwork, it is stunning. But does it play any well? I can't answer that if it plays. I'm sure there's lots of how to play videos, and there'll be lots of videos on from people putting on who've played through it. Will I get to play it, and will I do a playthrough video? Probably not. This will probably end up, I'll spend the next hour or so putting it all back together and making it nice and mint and sleeving everything, and then it'll just end up with the rest of stuff waiting for another Kickstarter that's coming in shortly, and Trinidad's coming in, so there we are. Hope you've enjoyed watching this. Hope it's given you an insight into what you will be getting, or maybe what you will get when it goes to retail and so on. Well, I was going to say this is the deluxe version. I don't know if they're doing the deluxe version. They've said they weren't, but I think they do slightly one less one, so we'll see on the retail. If you like the video, please subscribe. We're doing a few more bits and bobs. It seems like we are getting a lot more Kickstarters in now. So there we are. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. See you next time. Bye for now. I'm just going to get on and do the rest of this lot.